Hey, Geometry. We're back with the other half of section 5 notes where we're talking about side, angle, side. Let's say that we have this situation right here where we are told that those two sides are the same and these two sides are the same or congruent. And then they come through and say this angle is the same as this angle. And what I want you to do is I want you to try in your mind to make these triangles different if you can. Realizing that these two sides are fixed in length with that specific angle, kind of like if you have a short arm and a long arm with a particular angle. If you go over to this one right here, and you know that these match and these match and these angles match, is there any way to change this third side? Can you make this side longer? Right now these are the same length, right? If I make this side longer, can I do that without changing these three things? I can't, can I? If I take this side right here and stretch it longer, that will stretch that angle out and make those angles different. So again, what I'm looking for is if I know these three pieces of information are the same, does that automatically guarantee the two triangles are the same? And it does. Because again, if you try to make this side longer, you change the angle. If you try to bring the side down here to make it longer, again, these sides are going to be longer. If you try to make it shorter, there's no way for this side to be different than this side. There's no way for these angles right here to be different than these. These all have to be the same, which means that if you have a side, angle, side, then you're going to have congruent triangles. Now let me make sure that we know this angle is between the two sides, right? Which means the angle is created by the two sides. Where is this angle right here? Here. What are the two sides that create this angle? The two that we know. That's very different than side, side, angle, which makes a bad word if you reverse it, which is how we remember that this is not the same as this and this isn't something that works in geometry. It doesn't work. We can't use that one for reasons that we may be able to show in a video later. But this side, angle side is where the angle is between, we say included between them. So that's what we have right here. Let me bring this notes page back up. And I believe, oops, can't write on that. Yeah, we're right here. I think we're on page 21 of our notes, side, angle, side. If side AB, if side AB is the same as side DE, if the angle B is congruent to angle E, and if side BC is congruent to side EF, then the two triangles themselves are congruent. A, B, C is congruent to triangle D, E, F. So all I have to do when I'm going through these proofs is to show that a side, an angle, and the other side that creates that angle are the same. And if I can do that, then I can claim, hey, by side, angle, side, these two triangles are congruent. So that is our goal. So let's see if we can prove some of these. We've got to find a good one that they didn't do half the work for us. Let's try, oh, they don't have any of those. Well, then I'll let you go through and see if you can reason through. Maybe I'll start with number 7 for you. Let's see if we can do this and make sense out of what they have done. You can read the reasons in the answer key, but let's see if we can figure out how to annotate, maybe talk to the triangles as Miss Barb would have us do. Annotate this triangle picture with these right here. It tells us that side HI is congruent to side GJ. So HI is congruent to GJ, all right? That's all the sides. Oh, okay, so I guess they tell us they're parallel. What is that going to do for us? Well, if this is parallel to this, then we probably have a transversal here, right? And remembering what we know about the middle side, isn't this congruent to itself? Yes. And now do you see the two sides that can create the angle? These two sides create this angle, and these two sides create this angle. And look at that. I do believe alternate interior angles, those alternate interior angles are congruent. So now I see a side angle side right here. And that's what these reasons are right here, which will allow us to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Great, that's pretty sweet. So let me see what else we have here. So this is a great worksheet. We can go through and see if we have some side, 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 or side, angle, side, or maybe not possible. Would you agree that these two sides have an angle between them and are matched over here by that same thing? So this right here would have to be a side, angle, side. This right here, I know that a side is the same as itself. 1, 2, 3. This is a side, side, side. Nice. How about number 4? Do you notice how this angle is not between the sides? If this angle is not between these sides, these two triangles could actually be drawn differently based on that information given. So these are not not possible to prove. They might be congruent, they might not be. They're actually different situations, and we'll play with those later on as time permits. So that's what we have for this worksheet right here. You can look at that and verify why things might be, maybe using some vertical angles. You could see side, angle, side matches side, angle, side. So play with those and see what you see. Look at the key and see if you can figure out why these statements are the way they are. And I think that takes us to the homework. Great, let me know if you have any questions. I know I went through this pretty quickly, but feel free to send me an email. Or as I mentioned in the Google class, if you think that you have an idea about something and aren't quite sure, you can feel free to take a picture of this with your phone and send me a text with that picture, and I'll check my Google Voice and I'll be able to see it and probably give you an answer a little bit more quickly than an email. So, all right, let me know what you think.